water, and then the rest of the time in the sauce itself, which I'm going to make right now. So the breadcrumbs are a golden brown, and I'm removing those to a tray. They're crispy, though. You can get a little crispier drying out of the oil. And now we're going to make the rest of the sauce right here in the high-sided skillet. And we have to heat now 1/4 cup of olive oil and 4 cloves of garlic crushed. Just leave the pieces nice and big because you can pick those out later on. So we'll just crush these like that. And they can go right into the... Oh, the pasta has cooked now for 6 minutes. I'm going to drain that into a colander. Good facial, steamy facial. And just let that sit right here. Okay, so the garlic's in. We're going to add 1/4 cup of capers. Stand back because the capers, even though they've been drained of their liquid, do tend to pop open. And they turn into little flowers when they do pop open. Pretty sight. And 1/4 cup of golden raisins, slightly chopped. So already it's an unusual combination of ingredients. This would be something that you would find in Sardinia or even in the islands off the coast of Sicily. And we have preserved lemons. These you can buy or you can make, but we want just the peel cut into small dice. What these are really lemons that have been sitting in kosher salt for about 3 weeks. Bring that to a simmer. Already a different sauce, wouldn't you say? You need a tablespoon of lemon juice and 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. 1 stick of butter is 8 tablespoons and 6 is 3/4 of a stick of butter. Makes cooking very much easier when you know the proportions. So let this cook together until the butter melts. And another exotic ingredient is this reddish Aleppo pepper. This comes from Turkey or from Syria. Aleppo is actually a city in Syria. 1 teaspoon.
Why, yes, it is, Martha.
Has a very nice taste for this particular pasta. Now, when this comes to a simmer, add your pasta. And the pasta cooks yet another, 3 or 4 minutes. And while this is simmering, and don't forget to stir, you can prepare the rest of the ingredients. Al dente, by the way, is the most desired doneness. The pasta is cooked until it can be bitten easily, but still offers that little sense of texture. That's the term, al dente, to the tooth. And we have our Bottarga. This is tuna Bottarga, and you buy it by the ounce. It is the most unusual flavor. Salty, pungent, really, really amazing. It's a little hard to find. You can probably get it online, but that's the Bottarga. And I want to also make some strips of Parmesan cheese. All of this is going to go onto our pasta. If you use a vegetable peeler like this, you can make yourself quite a little pile of these pretty curls. Let's check on our pasta. Add 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. This does help thicken up the liquid. And then add your 1/4 cup of toasted pine nuts and your lovely chopped parsley. Flat leaf parsley is good. And now I'm going to add most of the Bottarga. I've reserved some for the top. So utterly beautiful. So the way I like to serve it is in a shallow dish like this. Take a big swirl of it. Try to get all of the ingredients. A sprinkling of the breadcrumbs. And I don't know if you've ever had a pasta that you just can't stop eating. This is one of them. And some shavings of the Parmesan cheese on top. And a little bit more of the Bottarga. And here you have a very unusual, flavorful, unique, delicious pasta, one that you will remember forever. Bucatini with Bottarga. Well, I certainly hope you've enjoyed learning about these 4 classic pasta sauces. Experiment with different combinations of pastas and ingredients, and treat yourself and your family. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Martha's Cooking School, and I will see you next lesson.